what's your UCSS target audience?
Generally, it's more of parents with middle income and above. Yeah. People who can make decisions for their children to study at UCSI. And also, for there are some students who know what they want to do, so we also target them, but not so much emphasis, not so much emphasis compared to parents.
So you mean is the parent is the main target?
Okay, so for our second question, what type of media does UCSI normally use?
I would say about 60% is in newspaper, um, like the Star, Sinchu, NST, Sun, and various other Chinese newspapers. But generally, we are more into the Sun, into Sinchu and the Star.
The third question, how many times does UCSI advertise per year on each medium?
Because the numbers actually vary depending on each year and the budget that we have. So I would say it's in the hundreds. Yeah, just that for this year it's not set yet, so I can't really give you an accurate number.
And then, according to you, which type of media is more successful or effective when communicating with the target audience?
Um, for parents, of course, looking at ads is more successful. Ads that appear in newspapers. Of course, it's very debatable that nowadays newspapers is slowly phasing out. Most people think that the audience have moved on to online, to the internet, but there is still a number of parents who cannot leave behind newspapers. See, there are some people who they still continue to buy newspapers because they are used to the feel of having a newspaper in their hands rather than an iPad. So definitely, we think that advertising in newspapers would be best for parents. But on the other hand, for discerning students who know what they want, those who are more proactive, I believe that social media is more effective for them when they can log on to UCSS Facebook. I mean, not log on to UCSS Facebook, but drop by UCSS Facebook to drop enquiries and have their enquiries answered, or even to UCSS website where we have a little pop-up chat for them to speak to our counselors directly, or even directly through phone call. So yeah.
Does UCSI also use radio?
Yes, we do. For previous years, yes, but for this year, we've just started out with IFM, which is a local Chinese radio, and we're slowly going to Hits FM, which is the most what's that word called? It's most popular at the moment, yeah, among the English urban audience.
And then, how much, just a rough estimation, does UCSI spend on advertising in a period of 12 months? That is for like a year.
It's a minimum of 1.5 million. We're given a budget of around that figure to uh, do our promotional activities.
And what is the main criteria when selecting which media to use?
First of all, of course, it must be the reach. How far can it reach audience? Secondly, is the cost, of course. The cheaper it is, the more you can put in. Frequency is actually, well, there are different school of thought. Some people believe that frequency will keep people remembering your brand. You see, well, whereas some, we only want to put in once in a while when there's a big occasion, like let's say the 25th anniversary of UCSI. Then we come out full color, full page, things like that. But sometimes, for insurance, you might think Prudential is the best brand there is. It is only because they have the money to, keep putting ads and banners and billboards, just to remind you that their brand is there. So when you see it, you think that you are under the impression that that is the best brand there is. So for us, it's the reach and also the cost. Yeah.
cost of each?
Of each yes media or per insertion, when we insert an ad, how much is it?
Okay, and last question: which media does UCSI normally emphasize more on using?
We go with the traditional newspapers. Yeah, so far.
So that's all the questions that I have. Unless you got
Currently, it's actually a horizontal, just the logo and UCSI University.
So no more this.
No more the
what
university.
was the reason for removing the tagline?
I'm not sure as to what's the real reason, but I think what UCSI have been consistently doing is trying to change the brand. Uh, but apart from that, I don't really know why. Yeah, I did notice that sometimes it's here, sometimes it's positioned that way, and then previously UCSI actually stood meant something, unwavering commitment to serve intentionally. So after that, they did away with that, and it's just UCSI. So I'm not really sure about the story behind it actually.
So this you mean this is now is always changing, it's not yet permanent.
I would say yeah, it's a little bit
The concept is
unstable. The
it is still not stable, right?
Yes, I think they what they want to do is they want to go ahead with times. You see, that's why they keep trying to change. But yeah, like I said, the real reason behind it, I don't know.
Which department is responsible for like handling the logo and everything?
Group Corporate Affairs, GCA. They are situated at the Alumni House at the bungalow. Oh, you don't know that place? Over at North Wing, do you know North Wing?
Alumni House.
Alumni House, yeah.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah.
So maybe they're the ones that you can.
Yes, you can probably speak to them about that.
And now UCSI doesn't have a tagline.
No, there's no tagline. We are, let's say the current branding is that we are a praxis university,
Praxis.
meaning that we send our students to work and teach, sorry,
The
to
co-op
work and
means.
study at the yeah, co-op, and you see with the quadri, what the hospitality students are doing, they're studying and at the same time working in a almost real environment. Yeah.
Yeah. May I know actually now the advertisement we put is in most to the direction is functional, right?
Functional meaning?
Based
Like
on information, and it should supposed to be rational,
Yes,
not
yes.
emotional.
No. Most of the time we are putting ads that state what courses we are selling, and then sometimes we feature some best students in every faculty. Yeah, more of functional, yes.
It's focused
more
emotion
focused in functional.
rationally, not emotionally. Yes.
There is some emotional aspects to that, of course. That is why we put in students, people that you can identify with, but mostly it's functional.
And UCSI, does it have any plan to change the position from functional to emotional, or
Yes, of
functional to
course.
emotional?
Yes, in fact, well, this is supposed to be a secret, but within this week there will be a campaign ad coming out that is to appeal to your emotional sense. Yeah, it's not going to talk about ads, not ads. I mean the courses, but it's going to talk about the story behind UCSI.
The Unilife.
Not Unilife actually. It's even before that. How how UCSI came about. Um, so there is a touching story behind that. So yeah, look out for that. It's coming out on either Wednesday or Friday in the Star.
So actually UCSI is thinking that put the advertisement in TV.
TV so far no, I've never seen a TV commercial of
Yeah.
UCSI.
So they no have this plan
Not so soon, not that I know.
because it's also is costly.
But did I hear you clearly when you said that when it comes to newspapers, UCSI mostly advertise on Chinese newspapers,
English and Chinese.
English and Chinese.
Only recently that we've started to go out into Tamil newspapers, and that is only for Malaysian and We're still experimenting, yeah, because because the management just changed in marketing, so that's why now we are experimenting with something else. Previously, traditionally, they've always gone into newspapers and radio, typically. I've not seen them anywhere else. Magazines as well, yeah, magazines, but selected ones.
What about like outdoor advertising, like billboards and stuff like that?
Billboards, yes, they are actually coming up with plans for a billboard to be built just next to the hill, just on the hill actually. And actually there was sort of a banner at one of the tolls, which I'm not very sure the location of, but that's about it. They've never really put ads on billboards.
Because I've never seen it myself.
Yeah, but we're branching into, if you know, when you click on YouTube videos, sometimes there are advertisements that you cannot click away. We are thinking of that as well, just not so soon. It's in the pipeline, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
So